everyone. Today I am going to do a 3-in-1 video creating 3 different looks for 3 different makeup styles, I guess. I'm going to do it in the form of like touch-ups to show you how to like take your makeup from morning to evening or whatever you want to do. Just showing you some tips on how to like spice up your makeup and stuff like that. And I'm also going to show you 3 different eyebrow styles using the brand new brow styler by Benefit. I was recently over in Tokyo with Benefit and got to try this out. So I have been using it for a few weeks now. I've got a few like tips and tricks. I just want to show you like some different looks you can create with the product. So the first look we're going to create is going to be a really natural, quick and easy everyday makeup look that you guys can just chuck on in like 10 minutes and run out the door. Perfect for people that are rushing to school, university, work, if you're a mum and you just want to like freshen up and don't want to waste heaps of time in the morning, or if you are like me and just a bit lazy sometimes. My number 1 tip with doing brows is to first outline them with concealer. This is the Boying Cakeless Concealer by Benefit and I'm using shade 4. I really like this. I find you have to blend it out pretty quickly, but other than that, it's like amazing coverage and it doesn't go cakey. So I literally just go all the way around the outside and this applicator can create a sharp line, which is really handy as well. And doing this just makes my eyebrows look fuller, I find, rather than like going in with foundation and getting foundation in my eyebrows. It gives a more natural finish. It's less cakey looking, you know, because sometimes when you get all of that other makeup and powder and all sorts of stuff in your eyebrows, it just ends up looking very cakey. Whoops, I just got some in there. I'm just using the concealer over some of these like red spots I have from breakouts as well. Blending the concealer onto my eyelid because I have very thin eyelids and a lot of redness. And just some excess redness down here. Chuck whatever's left on your brush around any other areas you've got redness, like around your nose. Then we're going in with the Benefit Brow Styler. Shout out to Benefit for sponsoring this video. I do really like this product. It's quite unique. It comes with a loose powder in one end that sticks to the pencil side. It's got an angled pencil on the other end. The powder also sticks really nicely to like bare skin and it is available in 8 shades. I'm using shade 3, which is like my standard go-to color. Honestly, sometimes when I'm really lazy, I don't even do anything to my eyebrows, or I might use just a little bit of Gimme Brow by Benefit to thicken the appearance of my eyebrows. If you are unfamiliar with Benefit Gimme Brow, this is what it looks like. I'm sure if you watch my videos you've seen it before because it's like my holy grail and I've gone through like 20 of these. Shade 3 as well. I do want to show you how to create a very natural look with this product. So for the first look, obviously quick, easy, natural, we want fast eyebrows. So we've already done most of the work. That's probably one of the most time consuming parts, is just outlining the brow. And this is how I like taught my friend Kelly to do her eyebrows too, because she never knew what to do with her eyebrows. While we were in Tokyo, it was like my mission. I was like, I'm gonna teach you how to do them. And now her eyebrows are literally like amazing. She's like really got the hang of it. Outlining your eyebrows with a bit of concealer just helps you find the right shape as well. Even if you don't have eyebrow tattoos like me, just outlining where your hairs go, it just gives you like the building blocks. So I'm going to shake up the product and then I'm going to grab that powder and just wipe off any excess. And we're going to create a really nice soft and full eyebrow with this product. This is really quick and easy. So literally I'm going to start at the arch and just softly run the little powder. Use it basically like an eyebrow pencil. Just run that over the eyebrow and it just gives this really soft and thick look to your eyebrow. So I like to start the arch and tail and then just with the leftover product run it through the front, and that'll just help to keep the front looking a little bit less heavy because I prefer to have like the heaviness on the tail, the thickness on the tail. Just like that. Like how easy. And then as you can see, my little eyebrow hairs like fall down and stuff. So I'm going to take a small amount of Gimme Brow and just run a little bit of that through just to groom the eyebrow hairs and stick everything in place. So that is the before and the after. Beautiful, soft, thick eyebrows. I'm going to quickly do the other one off camera and I'll be right back. So I did a first impression on the Pat McGrath Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation, and I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. I'll link it down below if you haven't. It's so expensive. At the very end of that video I tried with my fingers and I liked a bit more, and I did like shade Light Medium 14 more. I'm actually going to use this today because it is a really pretty like everyday quick and easy foundation if you're just running out the door, but you don't have to use this exact one. Use whichever foundation you prefer. I'm going to take 2 pumps, 1 pump on each side. This may be one of the only foundations I actually like using my fingers with, just to create a really nice light effect. And I'm just whipping it on, no primer. Once it's blended all over and down my neck, I like to take a brush and just quickly whip over it just to really massage it in so it looks like skin and so that it's like blended perfectly, because I always miss areas when I only use my fingers, if you know what I mean. I'm just trying to get this to like sink into my skin. And this is nice and quick and easy as well. So you can see that's just given me a bunch of color. I look less pale. I just look more fresh and awake. So the next step is just to add a little bit of concealer underneath those eyes just to brighten. I'm using the exact same shade, which is shade 4. I'm going to use a sponge to blend this out. This is the Flawless Finish sponge by XO Beauty. And then I'm just blending any excess around my mouth just to brighten that area where I've got like redness and stuff. We are almost done. I'm going to do a couple more steps that just help to kind of elevate the look a little bit. You could stop here if you're happy with that. You know, at this point we look fresh, awake, maybe do some mascara, you're good to go out the door. But I just absolutely love bronzer. One of my favorite ones is Hoola Caramel. If you think that's too dark and too warm for you, you do have Hoola in this set. You can buy them separately as well. This is the Cheek Leaders, the Bronze Squad. It's like my holy grail bronzer highlighter palette kind of product. It's got blush too. You guys hear that rain outside? I'm just going to turn on my light and whoa, just brighten this up a little bit. I think today I'm just going to use actually I'm going to mix them both together, Hoola and Hoola Caramel. I'm just using a little bronzer brush and literally just popping that straight over my cheek area, kind of like where you would bronze and put blush. I'm not contouring or anything like that because this is supposed to be quick. I'm going straight on top of it, the foundation. I'm not setting it or anything like that right now. This is what I like to do as well, is take that same brush and the same bronzers and just literally pat that all over that eyelid. I pretty much kind of aim it for my eyelid and crease and then avoid the brow bone, but sometimes it gets there too and I don't care. And this is just going to give it a little bit of color without bothering with eyeshadows and eyeshadow brushes. If you absolutely love highlighter, Cookie from this palette is so pretty. I'm going to add just a touch of that. I don't want to do too much because this is so blinding, and obviously I'm not wearing a lot of different products on my face right now, so I don't want it to look too crazy. For the lips, I'm just going to pop on a really nice like flush of pink, blend it out with my finger. This is Redimency by XO Beauty. I don't know if they still make this, but I'm going to mix in some of the tinted lip balm in Posie Balm. This is from Benefit as well. Just makes everything look so fresh. And then finishing off with some of my favorite mascara, which is Roller Lash. This is my favorite one from Benefit. I'm just going to do the top lashes. And that is our very simple, fresh, daytime, get out of the door fast look, featuring really nice powdered eyebrows. You look fresh, wide awake, there's a little bit of coverage, a little bit of color to the face without looking crazy. It doesn't look like I've just taken 3 hours to do my makeup and it still looks like skin, you know? And if you don't like so much of a lip color, obviously just a lip balm looks really nice as well, just to give your lips that hydrated look. For the next look, I'm going to remove these eyebrows and just show you how the brow pencil from the Brow Styler looks alone. However, normally if I was just touching up my makeup, I'd probably just go straight over it, but I'll show you that technique later on in the third look. So I will be right back to show you how to do the kind of beautiful daytime, a little bit more dramatic look. Alright, so the eyebrows are gone and now I'm going to show you how to use the angled pencil side. So this is a wax-based pencil, which I really like. It's not too heavy looking. You can apply it, it's buildable, it doesn't look too heavy straight away. It's very user-friendly and the little angled edges make it really easy to use as well. So this is also smudge-proof as well and really long wear, and I find that just using the like waxy pencil side gives you that sharper, more defined brow without looking too heavy. So I like this for like daytime. Once again, kind of starting on that arch and just thickening the eyebrow a little bit. And then when I get to the front, I like to underline the front and then just kind of like lightly, you know, shift it upward. And that is how the waxy pencil side looks alone. It's again a very nice kind of like naturalish look. The powder's nice, it just quickly, I feel like it's even faster to apply than the pencil. It kind of depends what you're used to though, just because for me this one reminds me of using like a brow powder on a brush and like doing it that way. And the powder also gives you that very like voluminous, full, fluffy kind of look, whereas this gives you a more sleek, everyday, groomed look. So like before and after. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side and I'll be right back. And then just to groom my eyebrows a little bit more, going in with that Gimme Brow once again. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy eyeshadow blender brush and I'm going to go in with maybe Hoola. Deepen the eyeshadow look a little bit. By the way, this is what I do in real life, like not the eyebrows. I usually you know, just amp up my eyebrows, which I'm showing you in the next look. But this is what I do for my base, for my eyes. I'll show you the base next. How pretty is that? Just all over the eyelid. I like to amp up the lashes as well when I'm just intensifying my makeup. But first we're going to do the base. So I'm using a little bit of my Fit Cover Mineral Powder Foundation. This shade is in Lift. I also use Embrace, I think it's called. Just depends how much fake tan I have. Say loose, like mineral foundation powder. Once again, this is what I do in real life when I'm taking my makeup from like morning to evening, because it'll add coverage and also mattify if I've got any oils coming through. This genuinely like gives you coverage, and this is the foundation I was wearing like in Bali. Heaps of people are asking what I was using, because this is like formulated for the gym, I think, so it's really good in humidity and sweat, and I'm literally putting it like pretty much everywhere because I like to touch up all of my bronzer and stuff like that. I get lazy, like I don't like to take off all my makeup and restart at the end of the day, because I always find it so easy just to like add a little more. I don't know, I guess it depends what you're starting with, but for me I just love using these tricks, and it never looks bad, it never looks cakey, it never looks, you know, wrinkly up close or anything like that. It always looks nice and smooth, so it works for me. It's often something I end up doing on weekends if I'm going for an unexpected night out, or when I'm traveling and doing a lot of events and stuff like that and I'm pressed for time. If I've only got like, you know, half an hour to freshen up, it's how I just transform my makeup quickly. And also, you know, sometimes you end up doing very last minute activities like with friends and stuff like that, so those are kind of the situations I do this. You can see how like soft my skin looks with this stuff on. It's so pretty. I love it so much. I do have actually a first impression wear test video using this. I'll link it below. And I also used it in another like everyday makeup routine. If you want to go watch that, I'll link that below as well. For the daytime, I also like to contour a little bit more if, you know, I'm going for a lunchtime brunch with friends or whatever the case may be. Like this is also a look that maybe I'd just wear at nighttime if I didn't want to go heavy looking. Contour brush, and I'm just going to apply some of this to my cheekbones. This is also the kind of makeup look you could do if you do have a little bit more time in the morning and want to do a few extra steps. Now I'm just touching up my bronzer using these same ones as before. Adding some more highlighter. And you can even add some blush if you like blush. I'm loving blush lately. I love mixing these two together. They're both so wearable and so pretty with like any makeup look. And I love just using like the same brushes that I use my bronzer with so that it all melts together. I hate doing proper eyeliner once I've already got my mascara on. So either I start with, you know, eyeliner in the morning and then I just intensify later in the evening with falsies, or if I've already got my mascara on like this, I'll just add some invisible lash band falsies just to intensify the look a little bit. So for a daytime look, I'm going to go with this demi lash, which is like a half lash style. They're called the Stunner by XO Beauty. I'm going to take a darker eyeshadow. I'm just going to use Brownie from the Heaps of Sweets palette by XO Beauty. I'm just using a little like eye definer brush. I'm going to press that into my lash line. This is like so quick and easy to do. So you don't actually have to like make it look perfect. It's just to darken those lashes. You can even wing it out a touch. I just find if I try to do like a liquid eyeliner once I've already got the mascara on, it's just really hard to get a nice line because my eyelashes are all stiff in front, you know, and it just makes it a bit tricky. So using a powder just eliminates that whole ordeal. I'm going to apply one lash and just show you the difference. I'm just using my lash applicator tweezer to push them in place safely. Just using the side of the tweezer to clamp them all together. And these are one of those lash styles where no one will even know you're wearing eyelashes, and they just lift the eye and make you look so much more wide awake and a little bit more glam, which is exactly what I want for our slightly more dramatic daytime look. I'm going to add some more mascara to my lashes. I do this at the end of the day if I'm continuously wearing my makeup and just want to touch it up. I always add more mascara. It doesn't actually like clump them anymore. It gives them a bit more like volume, but the main reason I do it is because it makes them really dark again. I find throughout the day like sometimes the blackness of a mascara, just whatever mascara I'm wearing, they always seem to like dull down throughout the day. So just by adding a bit more mascara at night just makes it look super dark again. And then the final step is the lipstick. So we obviously did a very blotted, natural flash of color for just the out the door look. So for the proper daytime look, I'm gonna do something a little bit more structured and overlined and more my style. I'm gonna use my favorite lip liner, which is called Mari by XO Beauty. And then I like to basically just fill them in And that's all I'm doing for the lips. I love wearing lip liners just all over the lip, just for daytime. It's long wearing, it's matte, it's pretty. And then just to finish off the daytime look, I'm going to use the shade Sugar from the Heaps of Sweets palette and just apply that right on that inner corner just to brighten a little bit. And here is our daytime glam look, or nighttime. I would wear this during the night as well if I didn't want to wear something too heavy. But yeah, perfect daytime makeup. It's a little bit smoldery, a bit more contoured, sharper lips, sharper eyebrows, a little bit of a lash action and smokier lash line. The cheeks are much more defined and the whole look is a bit more polished and beautiful everyday makeup, something that I would personally go straight for if I just wanted to wear makeup on the weekend or whatever. For the next look, we're going to do an evening look. For argument's sake, this is the makeup I've worn all morning. And then I've gotten a call from my friend. She wants me to meet up for dinner and drinks in 45 minutes. I've got half an hour to get ready. I'm going to show you exactly what I do in real life to make my makeup way more dramatic and evening-ish. So obviously I have just added more of that powder, but once again, you know, if I was looking a bit shiny or needed a little bit more coverage down where my foundation sometimes fades a little bit, I would just add a little bit more, but we've just done that. However, I'm just going around my eyebrows a little bit just to resharpen them up, going around some areas where I just want a little bit more coverage. I'm actually using the same foundation. For some reason, this works so well on top of powder. I'm just using a little concealer brush and literally just applying small amounts of this wherever I need a little bit extra coverage over breakouts, and just like blending that out with my finger, just perfecting my complexion and adding whatever I need. Often by the end of the day, my concealer looks a little bit like creased or faded and my dark circles are peeking through a little bit. So what I like to do is take my Bare Minerals powder concealer. This is what I normally use to set under my eyes. And I'm going to use a small face brush and just apply some of this. I'm going to show you the before and after, right underneath in a kind of triangle shape, up onto my cheekbone where I've highlighted, just wherever I'm looking a bit dark or creased and just want to freshen up. And I'm going to show you the before and after. Look at that. Like, it just looks so much smoother. It's brighter, it conceals, and it does just help to fix any creasing that I may have got throughout the day. I always do this at night when I'm touching up. If I need to touch up any of my bronzer, my highlighter, etc., I would do that too, but I just don't feel like I need to right now. Of course, I would touch up my lip pencil. I'm going to add some more lipstick shortly, but the next thing I'm going to add to is my eyebrows, because I want to show you the third look using the Benefit Brow Styler, and that is of course using both steps at the same time. So of course I've already got the wax pencil side laid down, and when you use these two products together you can get like 18-hour wear. So you could do this first thing in the morning and just wear it all day, or you can do what I'm doing now and just add to it later on to create a couple of different looks throughout the day. So same thing I did at the very start, just shaking it up, and I've just wiped off any excess. That's important to me. Once you've shaken it, it does remove most of the excess as it is, but I just like to just make sure that there's nothing like dangling or hanging off. So the last thing you want is for any powder to drop down. And then I'm going to go straight on top of that wax, and this is going to just stick it there. And I am going to create a really bold eyebrow look because evening wear is the perfect time. That's what's quite cool about this product. Like, there are different ways you can wear it depending on your mood, depending on how the rest of your makeup is coming out. It's so hard to see like through the camera, like you really do have to try it for yourself, but it looks so pretty. As you guys know, I love using powder on my brows, like the Browsings by Benefit. So this gives a very similar like soft effect to using a pressed powder, except it gives you even more coverage, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to add some more Gimme Brow. This is actually what I do as well. Like, I always use Gimme Brow in the morning and I always add some more later on. It's so easy to just like stack it on itself, and all it does is just create more volume. So it doesn't ever look like heavy. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. Like, it always just looks so nice no matter when I like reapply it. I don't remove it, I just go straight on top. It always looks good. I'm actually going to go back in with that same brownie shade. But this time I'm going to use a tulip crease brush, just a smaller, more dense brush, and I'm going to use the tiniest amount because I don't want it to go too crazy. And I'm going to blend that just kind of like all over that outer corner into the crease, and just darken my eye makeup even more. And just blend, blend, blend on top of that bronzer. You could just actually add more bronzer if you don't want to go too dark, but I just really like this color. It's just like bam, instant smoky eye. And it only takes all of like, what, like 30 seconds or so to apply. I like to take a little bit more and run that just underneath the lash line, mostly on the outer half. And then I usually would take off my eyelashes and just chuck on some real dramatic ones real fast. But I'm just going to show you that you can just keep adding your mascara and create a dark and dramatic look, like straight on top of those eyelashes. Adding mascara to your falsies may ruin them though, so keep that in mind if you don't want to like ruin them. And of course, packing that mascara on at the bottom lashes. I love a lot of bottom lashes, a lot of mascara down there at night time. I just love the way it looks. And then the final thing I'll often do just to amp up my makeup for the nighttime is add like a kind of pale nude lip. These lip liners do last pretty well, but obviously, you know, if I've eaten something oily throughout the day, I might have to just touch up the lip pencil real quick. And then I'm going to go on top with Summit Baked So Beauty, which is just a pale, like, nude matte liquid lipstick. And I just think it is the prettiest color. I like to focus it mostly on the inside just to make my lips look bigger with the darker lip pencil around the edges. Finish off with some dewy setting mist. And other than, you know, extending the wear of my makeup and everything, that'll just help any powders to settle into the skin. If you do look a little bit powdery and dusty from reapplying powders, it'll just like solve the problem. And that is what I genuinely do to touch up my base, to touch up my eyeshadow, all of those different things. And you know what? I might even just go in one more time with my little eye definer brush, if I can find it, and then just apply a little bit more on that lash line one more time, just to make it even darker. And I'm going to bring it all the way across my eye this time, just so that it almost looks like I've put eyeliner on, but I haven't. I honestly think this is going to end up being my wedding day lip duo because I just love the way it looks so much. It's so beautiful, so soft but still like sexy-ish, I don't know. And there is our sexy smouldering nighttime makeup look. Like when I said you have 30 minutes to do, that will take 5 to 10 minutes, like come on. It's so quick. So yeah, that's what I do when I'm in a time crunch and just want to freshen my face up, take it through to nighttime. Head into Benefit, you can find this and give it a go as well. It is such a cool product. I love the packaging and I love the look it gives. So hopefully you learned some tips to create some different brow styles and experiment a little bit and see how I like to use it. Everything else will be listed down below as always, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!